should have took care of. How many kids do you have? All right, tonight I got a friend of ours, a home group member, Jorge, give the lead, and I've heard him one time before, and it was a good lead. He's a home group member here, and without further ado, I give my friend Jorge from Coldwater.
Hello everyone, my name is Jorge, I'm an alcoholic. How I am before, when I grew up with two uncles. They been drink alcohol every day, and really, I don't like seeing my uncles drinking because it's kind of always complaining about how I have problems, and I go pick up more alcohol. And a lot of times I promise to myself, I say I never gonna be an alcoholic. And my two uncles died because of the alcohol, and I promise again, and I'm not gonna drink, have any beer in my life. But I remember I work in Georgia, and I live with a lot of friends, and they always told me, "Hey, can you have one beer?" And I, for a long time, I never pick it up until one day, and then I started a little bit in the weekends, and I think it's more and more like it's coming like to every day, maybe a little bit, but I never stopped drinking until probably I drink it for like 17 to 18 years. Um, for first 5 years, probably we don't have any problems, but I make a lot of mistakes. I risk in people because I driving and drinking, and I lose a lot of good times with my family because I'm always in focus to have my beer and that's it. And basically, I don't care about what my kids doing, what my wife doing, or what they needed. And every time I feel like, oh, I work hard, so I just have to enjoy it. I just have to have it. Um, Too many times I told my wife, hey, I need to go outside. It's my day off tomorrow, and I just take all the money I have for pay groceries and everything. And but the next day I look up my wallet, I don't have anything, and I'm the last person in the bar. And I don't do this every day, but if I had money, I do every day. Um, we having discussions a lot of times. It's probably every day, and I never take care of that problem. I just go get more alcohol. And thus never fits the problem. My problems at home. Uh, One day I had really bad discussion at home, and I broke the glass on my wife's car, and the police came. They arrested me, and they put me on domestic violence. Um, we have an attorney. My boss helped me to that, and I really appreciate about that. And but it's a serious problem. But I never think that this is bad. This is really serious problem because all the recommendations, you stay home out of trouble, you don't drink anymore or things like that. No, well, I just come back home and drinking, and I'm liar because I have really good people around me, and they tell me, hey, you still drinking? I say no, but yeah, uh, yeah. Um, like I say, I just put my family in a lot of bad situations because I remember I sit down, I got finished working, I sit down in a chair with with two beers, and the first person I see passing, my wife or my kids, I say, "Can you give me a beer?" And I never say like, "Please, can you give me a beer?" I A lot of times they say, "No, no," because I don't want to see you drunk again. And I know I force my kids to get the beer from the refrigerator to give it to me. That's how bad I am. Um, so yeah, like I say, the attorney say, "Yeah, you okay?" They drop the um, domestic violence charges to nothing, but he told me, "You next time you're gonna be in trouble." Uh, I never start drinking, even one day. So 2 years later, I had problems, discussions with my wife, and like I say again, always, if I have problem, I just go drinking alcohol. And the second time, the my son called police because they see me have discussion there, and then again they put me in domestic violence. But this time is gonna be a little more serious. Like you have to be stay here like 30 days. But they let me go home, and I remember they told me no alcohol around you, and the same day I have 12 back. Um, this is like a one day when I had this domestic, the second time the domestic violence, and then like 8 or 10 days later I had drinking DUI. Alcohol level is twice the limit. I don't know what to say. 0.1, yeah. And they, well, I have a court day, and they put me on jail, and they say, yeah, you probably stay here 30 days, and when I start thinking about me. I need to do something. I need to do something because even if I having problems before, I pray to God to help me. But when the problems go away, I feel like I forget and do the same thing again. Um, but this time I say this is. Uh, I have to do something. I have to do something, and I don't have any idea what to do. One day, this one guy mentioned to me about AA meeting, and I told him, yes, I'll be there, and I don't know who's here the first day. I'm really afraid and scared because I don't know what to do, but know inside me, I wanted to be stop drinking. So basically, I can memorize from the first day what we say here. Keep coming back. I said that part is very important to me. Is keep coming back. Um, and this I'm learning every week, and here in these meetings every week I got something because for a long time Uh, I don't like I say when I started learning here what to do to stay out from alcohol, I cut friends. I stay away from friends. They want to be drink on the. I say no, I'm not gonna be there, and I make something at home to inviting people to having beer in there all the time before. But that time I say no, no more parties at home, no more alcohol. Like I say, I've been sober 13 months, and I'm still learning because for a long time, like I say, I like to cook and outside, but this is how I pick it up from this meeting to learn how to do things. And I hear one of those guys here, I think a couple of weeks ago, I say, yeah, yes, I like to have a beer always when I'm drinking, out when I cooking outside. And for me, I decided not to cook outside because okay. I'm here outside. My normal routine is having beer in there. But I heard this guy 2 weeks ago, and I say, yeah, well, I'm able to make it again with no beer. Um, questions and my wife talk asked me, how long you think you're gonna be there in the Coldwater AA meetings? I say, the long if I want to stay sober, I probably forever. That's what I'm thinking. If I don't come here one day or another day, I'm pretty sure I go back drinking really easy.
Yeah, easier, yeah.
And I the problems I have, the every bad moments I make to my family. I don't know how like this is past already. I'm trying to focus to make giving better life now because I'm changed. But I don't want to forget how I came here the first day.
Yeah.
I don't want to forget this because I don't want to come back again. I want to keep doing what I'm doing. But like I say, is not for me. It's not like okay, I just go to a meeting one day and another day, and then mm, no, it's really hard. Well, in my experience, it's hard when you decide to stop drinking. You need some support. Um, it's better right now, but some days, like I say, it's still there. Like, oh, I don't know who's. It's like somebody talking to me. Say, hey, the liquor store's there. You can pick it up. But I learned to making better decisions. To say, no, I don't need alcohol. I don't. We don't need. We don't need it. So yeah, that's why it's very important to me here in the in these meetings to keep doing what I'm doing, and like I say, the more problems I have it before, the more I drink.
Yeah.
So I recognize what if I'm still continue to do that, what are I gonna be in? Like my uncle, maybe lose my family, lose everything, and I don't want that to happen. Uh, like I say, it's really important to me these meetings. I feel a lot better today. I'm not ready to say, yeah, I'm gonna stop keep coming here. No, I'm really enjoying, and if any, I wanted to how you guys help me to me. I wanted to helping somebody else too. Because basically, like 16, 17 years, I'm drinking. We make a lot of mistakes, bad decisions, but God blessed me because I'm still here, and it could be happen. If something, anything happened before when I'm drinking. I drink, always drinking and driving, and yeah. Now I just feel like I gonna more better person. Somebody asking me, "Hey, you still drinking?" I'll tell you guys, I don't have any beer for 13 months, and I would like to, I want to continue like what it is now. So, like I say, it's, when I'm drinking, I'm always put a lot of all the problems I have with my family. You know, it's probably two persons they needed to fight or discussions. Yes, but I'm always say my wife's problem, and actually, the alcohol is the problem. So I'm the problem. Now it's been a long time. I'll tell you right now, it's probably 3 months without any discussions, any argument. So it's just a lot better, you know. It's just um, who. So I want to keep. I want to see a lot of good things in my family. Um, I I mean I'm lucky. I have a good employer, good nice job, and I have friends. They support me all the time, and to get through this also. And I mean, it's really good for me now. Um, Now I'm not worried about. I'm still on probation, but like I say, when I came here the first time, I just really worried. Oh, what's gonna happen? Now it's gonna be over sometime. I'm still not driving, and I say that's the price I had to pay for make mistakes, and I I'm still lucky because I'm still here, and also I never have any time I hurt anybody when I'm drunk, and yeah, I just wanna stay that way. Um, but I think this is all I got, and I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Jorge. That's good, man. You know, they tell you to keep coming back. That's what you heard. Keep coming back. You know, and every day I wake up with my disease of alcoholism, and so many people forget that they think they get a couple months, a couple years. They don't need these meetings. I live in my head all day long. That's where my problem's at. It's in my head. It's not in that bottle. You know, it's in my head. You know, and then and that we're like. I remember when I first got sober. I had an old timer told me he was 76 years old, and I was 26, and he told me when they asked you to do something in the AA, he said you do it. He said three things you don't do. He said when he asked you to do it, he said don't be judgmental of people in the AA because he said you don't know how sick they got. And that's what it is. You keep coming back. I got a sponsor said it's a school of life. We never graduate. We learn something every day in the rooms of AA. You know, and you participate in your recovery. That's what it's all about. You've been giving out tokens since you've been here. You know, and you do a good job. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing nothing perfect today. And I thank you for being my friend. And since we've got a little time, we'll start off here, and you start off with Steve, and just go around.
Steve Alcoholic.
Hey, Steve.
Jorge, that was a great lead. It was, for a second lead, it was pretty good. A couple of things that you touched on. Yeah, when you drink, Yeah. Depending on how much you drink, you do stupid things like drive home drunk and say things that you regret later on. And that's one of the things. And another thing that I've learned in the program, you can't do this yourself. You need help with with other people in the group. Although there are people I know that probably they go to meetings but they probably have their own like to stay to themselves. But I'm sure they still realize they need help when they talk to their sponsor. And the one thing I did relate to with when you said the driving home drunk, yeah, I did that a lot. I did that quite a bit. Finally caught up with me one night. In fact, it's been 40 years since it happened here. When it happened back in '85, that I got caught in Montezuma. I got busted by the Mercer County cops, and it's 40 years ago, and I'll never forget that. But I haven't had to. Today I don't have to drink. But I have found out one thing, that if you don't make meetings, or you can probably go maybe a day or two. We understand that, because of work or whatever. But I found out one thing: you go too long, you start to get squirrely. You lose your peace of mind and stuff. In fact, one time I went 2 weeks. I was at an annual training in the military, and every damn night after the class was over with, everybody broke out those damn garbage cans, and in went the ice, in went the beer and the liquor and everything. And I'm telling you what, it was really starting to get to me. I didn't drink, but I'll tell you what, it was really starting to bother me. So I don't give a damn how long much of the time you got in the program. It will get to you if you don't get to a meeting. Again, thanks for a good lead.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
David, alcohol.
Hey, David.
Yeah, just great lead, and glad I could make it tonight. Yeah, just some simple things I heard that kind of woke me up a little bit. Yeah, just keep coming back. So that's all I got. Thank you.
Thanks, David. I'm Palmer, alcoholic.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, Palmer, hey, thank you, buddy. That's the first time I heard you. I liked it. You mentioned, I related a lot with your story. You mentioned still on probation. I'm still on probation too. Hopefully if I can stay sober, I'll be getting off in July. I just got my license back in April. Yeah, and I just kept coming back, and it's working out for me. You helped keep me sober today, brother, and I thank you for that. I enjoyed that.
Thanks, Paul.
I'm Brenda, I'm an alcoholic.
Hey, Brenda.
Thank you for your lead, and thank you for the readings here. My God.
Thanks, Brad.
I'm Greg, I'm an alcoholic.
Hey, Greg.
Did pretty good. When I first got here, you first came, I couldn't get a word out of it.
I'm scared.
Well, you're a lot smarter than I am. I didn't get here till I was 60. So you got a big jump on me. The most important thing is never forget you're an alcoholic. 10 years from now, you're still going to be an alcoholic. Every day we wake up with untreated alcoholism. We've got to do the things, go to meetings, do the readings, and talk with our higher power. You can't do this. You just can't. Work your steps, get through those steps. Look at your wife, she's smiling at you. I bet she wasn't smiling a long time ago, was she?
It takes 30 months.
I don't think my wife ever heard the smile. So, congratulations, you gave a good lead. You're making great progress. Just keep doing what you're doing. You're fine young man. That's all.
Thanks, Greg.
Kevin, I'm not.
Kevin.
And thanks, Jorge. I heard you when you talked first time, give your first lead. And, you know, and I seen a lot of progress since the first time when you gave your first lead. And, you know, and I've heard a lot of people talk about how long do you have to go to AA? And I think somebody told me one time, until you want to, you know, until you want to go, you know, you can't wait for that AA meeting so you can go to see people. And we make friends in these rooms. And you know, first time I seen you, didn't know you. But, you know, I seen you here every week. You was doing those tokens, and you were coming back. And that's what it takes, you know. And, you know, I've been around these rooms for a little bit now. And, you know, when I came to these rooms, I came because I didn't like the way my life was. And these people in these rooms here helped me, and they got me a life back. And the thing is about that now is when you're here now, whether you know it or not, you're helping us stay sober. And that's what this program's all about. We help each other stay sober. You know, we form a bond between each of us, and you know, and there's a fellowship grows around us, and we're part of. You know, I was never part of nothing. You know, and today I'm part of something. You know, I'm part of something, and you know, and you know, and as you said that. Things were kind of rough in the beginning, and a little bit at a time they get better. They get better, and that doesn't stop. That continues to get better. Continues to get better, and you know, and I'm just glad you're here. You have a wonderful family, and you know, and I'm sure that they like the sober Jorge. That's the good guy. That's the guy that they're looking for. And you just keep doing what you're doing, and things will keep getting better. And thanks for a good lead, and thanks for being my friend.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks.
Sorry, I'm Tony, alcoholic.
Tony.
It's great to see you. I don't get to all these Friday night meetings, but whenever I do see it, it's really nice to see you outside greeting people.
Yeah.
Okay? It really is. You actually make people feel very welcome when they come here, and don't lose that. You know, when I first came into the program, my wife could not understand why I had to go to all these meetings all the time on certain days, you know, and stuff. And I tried to explain to her that I do it for me. And she didn't like me using this me word all the time, you know. So she didn't catch on all that. What I was trying to tell her was, if I don't go to these meetings, you can't have me. Because eventually, I'm going to pick back up again. And me too, I had domestic violence on me. I forget what I threw at the vehicle or what I've been with. Now she understands. So, I heard that part in that lead there where, you know, you just keep coming back. You're a very good person. Like I said, it's very pleasant to see you. It's hard to stand in front of everybody and give them a lead. I've given a few leads, I've never done one twice the same. Because it seems like you just keep growing and you're growing and you're growing. So, hang on to your higher power, keep coming back. Oh, and the other thing I heard on your lead was, my family was the same way, my uncles and all that, they just drank. I had an old timer, when I first came in here, said, I'm in a perfect position now to break that chain with my family, with my boys, my daughter and stuff. So, the chain has been broken, life is good, you know? So, with that, I'll let you go, thank you very much.
Hey, Tony.
Thanks,
My
Tony.
name's Tom, I'm an alcoholic.
Hey,
Tom.
This is the third time I've heard you. And you seem to be growing a little bit each time, and your English is getting better. So, you know,
Is that part of the program too? Do we
It
offer
just comes with it's a God thing, it just comes. And, thanks for being here, Jorge. I'm really glad you're here.
Thank you, Tom.
That's
Thanks,
all.
Tom.
Thanks, Doc.
I'm Alan, I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for giving that lead, Corey. Yeah, it's the second time I've heard you, and you're really growing, you're doing a good job. And one thing you say is you're always learning. Don't ever quit learning. That is very important. Keep coming back, keep learning. Meeting makers make it. You know all the sayings probably, or you heard them one time or another, but just keep up the good work. And I know it's hard on the family. You gotta go to a meeting again. I know if I was still married, my ex-wife would be complaining that you're going to a meeting again. So, I mean, it's tough for the family, but sounds like you're working things out good. So, good luck to you. That's all.
Thanks, Al.
Thanks,
Al?
Al.
Hi, I am Oscar and Scott.
Hi, Oscar.
I think Jorge maybe 2 years ago. When I see the first time, I say, meaning he never stopped drinking. And now, thanks God, thanks Jorge, I am here and come back to the program. It's very important for me.
Welcome back.
He says a very important point. First, this is the decisions program. I can take the decision, like drive to the store, I take the drinks, take the beers, or take the decisions coming here. It's difficult. It's a very difficult life when I live alone. I live alone for a year. I don't take this. It's very difficult, very difficult for all the people. And maybe next time we can open a Spanish group with your help. Maybe next time I think very friends maybe need this program.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe need this program, and maybe we can open this group in another day for help these people. Thanks Jorge for helping me. It's very important for me. I take this and maybe change my life.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hey, you guys have to stay here for those guys that come in that don't know English. You guys keep coming back.
Okay.
Good.
My name is Steve, and I am Oscar and Christina and Jorge's employer, and a very good friend. My favorite saying is, every person that we meet is facing a battle that we know nothing about. And I believe the only difference between you and so many other people is that you guys have recognized and admitted the weaknesses that you have, just like every one of us have, just in different ways. And by doing that, the only way you can overcome it is by recognizing it, and facing it. This program, even though I'm not a part of it, means so much to me because of the impact that it has had on Jorge and on Christina and his family and Oscar here. Every Saturday morning or Sunday morning, it depends on if he's off on Saturday or not, he shares the story that he heard on Friday night. And it does not matter if it is someone who comes far away who shares a big story, or if it's one of you that are sharing just a local story. Everyone's story is impactful, and he'll share it with me. And so I just want to encourage you guys to continue. It doesn't matter what it is. I mean, it can be food. I eat way too much. You start eating better for a while, and you start feeling better about yourself. You think, oh, I can eat normal again. The weight comes right back on again. And it's no difference. I mean, it's different, but it's a battle that different people have. Jorge, as fathers and as husbands, we are given the opportunity to recognize when we're wrong and admit it. And I think that is a wonderful thing for our children to see, that dad can admit that he has a weakness. And it's especially beneficial when they see you overcome that. And so the challenges that you had in your family life, perhaps because of the drinking, they might be stronger now because having gone through it and seeing you overcome that. So I just wish all of you continued strength, leaning on your faith to get through each day, and thank you for the impact you've had on Jorge, and he's now reaching out to other people.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
people come to him, and he's an open door, and that's how you continue helping people. So thanks to all of you.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
Ted, I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Jorge, this is the third time I've heard you lead. It gets better every time. I see you growing. I see that the promises are starting to happen for you, like they're happening for me. You've been an inspiration to me, because, with your language barrier and overcoming that. And the first time that you came in, it was you jumped right in because somebody didn't show up. That inspired me to, that was, big. And that's what AA is about. Again, you're doing a great job, and I'm glad to call you my friend.
Hey, Ted.
Thanks, Ted.
I'm Brad, I'm an alcoholic.
Brad.
I want to thank you, Jorge. I've heard you a few times also, and I was here that first week you come in. I remember that. I don't know if it's because you were so nervous, or I'm going to guess that's what it was. But I had a very hard time understanding you that first week when we talked. Now I don't. I don't know if you're probably because you're more relaxed. I'm going to guess. And you jumped right into doing the tokens, and that's really pretty neat. And it always amazes me that that you're from a foreign country and you speak Spanish as your main language, but yet you jump right in there to help and do whatever you can, and you're commenting more and more and more, and you're helping out more. I just really appreciate that. One thing I could relate to on your story when he's talking about grilling outside, that's part of those things we got to change if we can't do that. I was the same way. When I grill, I had the beer right there, And the first time I went to grill, it hit me. I'm like, I need my beer. But I didn't grab it, thank God I didn't. But if you wasn't able to grill for a while, that's what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. I was not saying I was tempted or anything, but today on my way home from work, I was thinking about many years ago about on my way home from work on a Friday night when it was hot like this, I deserved some beer. And I'd stop and get a 30-pack and probably wouldn't get home till 10, 11 o'clock. Today on my way home, I stopped by an ice cream place and got me a milkshake. I treated myself a different way. And just always remember that you don't have to quit drinking for the rest of your life. All we have to do is not drink for today. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about yesterday. Just worry about today. And I want to thank you, Jorge, for being my friend.
Thank you. I'm Gary, I'm an alcoholic. You brought Oscar here.
Yeah.
Somebody brought me to AA. That's how we get this. That's how the fellowship grows. Now, you want to get a Spanish meeting started? Let us know. We'll help you. We got AA in 180 countries in the world. It's all so wide. If you want to help somebody, we'll help you. That's what it's all about. And Yeah, you know, that I, just that one thing, keep coming back. See, then when I was drinking, nobody wanted me to come back. They didn't. They threw me out of every bar in this damn little town. You know. So when I got to Alcoholics Anonymous, you know, we have a fellowship here. We're here for each other. That's what we're here. We're here to help you. You know. So I want to thank you for being my friend. Anybody else?
Yeah, we could have a Spanish meeting over across the hall.
Yeah.
If we ever came to that.
Yeah. Yeah, we can get a place.
I'm Kevin, I'm an alcoholic.
Kevin.
And, you know, I struggled with this for years before I got sober. And it was always something that what it ended up being is that I was mad because I couldn't drink. And I found these rooms and these people in here, and they taught me a different way to live. And today, what I've learned in these rooms here is that I can live my life without alcohol today and be happy about it. And that's huge, you know, because a lot of us were just mad because we couldn't drink no more. And I found a way to live without alcohol, and I'm happy about it today. So you keep coming back.
Great alcoholic. God puts people in your life to help you and for you to help them. Now, I sponsor a number of fellows. I'm pretty particular, so don't be asking, Paul. Otherwise, that 40 or 50 years of drinking that I did would just be a waste. But I can come here and pass my experience on to another suffering alcoholic and maybe help him. I can introduce him to God. Most of us don't like that when we get here. You're here a while, he'll take over. He always does. That's all I got.
Thank you, Greg. All right. Jorge, we're going to close the meeting with Our Father.
We'll all come to your Spanish meeting since you came to ours.
We got it.
We got
There
it.
we go.
Who keep us over?
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thy kingdom, power, and glory forever. Amen.
Nice to see you.
Good day.
Four.
Four. I've only seen two.
Yeah, the two little ones. I have two other girls. 3 girls and 1. 16 and 15, 12 and 10.
Like boy yet?
Huh?
Are they liking boy yet?
One had boyfriend already.
How you doing with it?
But
Is he guy?
you know, if I remember right, I have to realize I'm very jealous when I see my sisters with a boyfriend. I'm very jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now and at some point I realize, well, they have to find a man. I mean,
Yeah.
I have 3 girls, and I'll say, oh no, this is not very good. But I mean, this is life. I just hoping
As long as they're happy.
if they're happy to find a good man, this is all.
Yeah, but don't let them get hooked up with some screwball.
Oh yeah, no. If I know.
You know what an alcoholic and drug addict is.
the one guy, he's been go out right now. It seems good kid. He's not involved in anything like bad. And I just talking to his mom and dad, and they always, they kind of really respect family.
Yeah.
They teach him to go to, they too young yet, like
Yeah.
16, and he's 17. Yeah, you wanna have, you're gonna have a girlfriend, it's fine, but be careful, enjoy, but, and go, I wanna make sure you go still going in the college and things everything.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Good thing and stuff.
But so, there's a lot of nice people around here.
Every community's got problems. I don't care if Coldwater, Salina, St. Hit, they all got problems. Down this area, I was brought up drinking. That's just our tradition, drinking.
Yeah.
We drank everything. Baptisms, funerals, weddings, confirmations. Always a Bible at a time.
Yep.
That's all I did,
Everything.
boys.
It was always a bar.
Always bar. They just, I don't know. They kind of scaled back on that.
Yeah, now.
Yep.
Yeah, kids aren't even drinking and driving much anymore. I don't know if they're getting smarter. I don't know, when I was drinking, I didn't care. I drank and drove. Didn't care about the consequences.
Well, the consequences wasn't that great when I was drinking. How they took you home. Today they take you to jail.
How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Hey, Paul.
How you going, Tom?
How's it going, man? Good to see you.
Hey, Paul.
How you doing, Ray?
Good.
How you feeling, Gary?
Well, good. How you doing?
All right, buddy. Not ready for this heat.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's coming. It's
Get
that
your
time of
yard-
year.
Yep.
Get your yard mowed.
Not yet.
Gonna mow tomorrow.
We'll try to get it. Either in the morning or in the evening, one of the two.
I was gonna get up early and mow my yard.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
That damn wind that came through Wednesday. Had a lot of.
Hey, Tom. How's it going, sir?
Hey, Gary.
Hey, Ted, how you doing?
All right, how are you?
Okay.
You doing a lot of tore up stuff?
I knocked a big branch out of my tree, but the city place on 127, that place got, the roof blew off.
That's it.
That place, that automotive thing there, right behind that
Hey, Al.
Dollar General.
Okay, yeah.
Hi, Al.
Hi, Gary.
How you doing?
All right. Boy, I tell you what, the day flew by. I got done eating my salad there, and I looked 6:30. My God, where'd the day go?
Seen your buddy today, Richard.
I seen about going out there too.
How's he doing?
Doing all right, he's losing a lot of weight. We got about 160 pounds.
Richard? That's not good.
We got him on a feeding tube.
Well, I see on a tube yet.
I have no idea. Can't get information from anybody out. Nobody knows nothing. Did St. Mary set their anniversary date yet?
No, no. Last year was
They got one coming up too.
July, I think. I think we had it in July last year, wasn't it?
Yep.
That Tuesday night meeting.
Yeah.
My doctor, they had good reports.
Wednesday.
That's good.
Yeah. Are you allowed to mow now?
What?
Are you allowed to mow?
Yeah, shit, yeah, we'll start mowing this week. My nephew mowed my yard. We're gonna pay me, they want any money for it, you know, I don't need any money for that.
Oscar.
That's good.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
Sounds like it.
Salvador Wayne's or?
No, that's, my sister Carol, her grandson. He runs a bicycle shop, Greg Barber.
Okay, yeah, Greg.
You know Greg? That's my nephew.
Oh, Greg loaded for you?
His boy Alex,
Oh,
Alex
boy.
voted for it. Hey, who's this guy?
I don't know.
Troublemaker.
Hey.
Can be. You didn't grab an oatmeal cookie? Not an oatmeal. Just wanna.
Something in there.
I didn't see any oatmeal ones in there.
You make them?
Yep.
You make the oatmeal cookies today?
Yep.
They were good.
They are good.
Milk cookies out there?
Yeah, they were really good.
I've had them for years.
Try to get you one, Gary.
You want one?
No, I'm good.
Ready for this warm weather?
Oh, I love it. I love it hot. Get me prepared for where I'm going in the afterlife.
Yeah. Think you're going to hell, huh?
Where are you going, Ted?
Huh?
Where are you going?
To hell.
Oh.
So I've been told.
How's Brad doing?
All right.
Greg,
Oh,
how's it
man.
going, sir?
Hey, boys.
Greg.
Al?
Greg.
Oh, there's my old buddy Paul.
How you doing, sir?
Pretty good.
Nice to see you.
You better not be eyeballing me, Brad.
Hey, Greg. Ted.
Told you he's a troublemaker.
Who's good, Al?
Was that?
Who's good?
God.
Yeah, I learned
how to do
since
things since I've been on my
own. Well, I had them there.
You didn't see me go to the bathroom, did you? I'm gonna cut my hand off. Ah. Desi, Alan,
Not all that hard to make either.
does that make her easier for you to live with?
No, I'm gonna get rid of her. I'm a young.
It's not all it's cracked up to be.
No.
Yeah. Well, I got all the lawn furniture out on the deck, the patio, that nobody will fucking sit in all winter or summer.
Too hot?
Oh, it'll be too something.
Yeah. Did you have any wind damage at your house, whatever, Wednesday night or whatever night that was, no?
I'll go a few chairs around or something.
Yeah.
Sure, they did some damage to that place on 127.
Did it?
Well, hell yeah, that automotive place there blew the roof right off the.
Oh, gee. Anybody know what they're putting in on the corner up there?
That's an EG, gas thing.
Ah, maybe we can get some competitive gas prices out here.
Shit, not in this town or St. Mary's. You gotta go south or west or east to
Well,
get better gas.
here you can drive right down to St. Henry, he's always got
Yeah,
low.
yeah.
Minster's got low.
Waba's usually low.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, compared to here.
Yeah.
Swan and St. Mary's.
Well-
One time St. Mary's is cheaper than Walpock is if, like, they go to jack the price up, and Walpock gets it jacked up first, and then St. Mary's a little slow at getting it jacked up sometimes.
We did that. Walmart Plus, you get 10% off gas. Gallon of gas.
We have big boat races at St. Mary, or Salina this weekend, ain't they?
Is it this weekend?
Yeah, Friday, or Saturday and Sunday, right?
Setting it all up now.
Yeah. You can't get down that road like by the lake and stuff.
No, it's closed off. I'm rode up there, I ain't never seen them race.
Oh, I used to remember going up there when I was a kid with Dad to take us up there to watch that.
I think I'm gonna check it out.
They're a lot faster now.
I bet they are.
Say I get up to 200 miles an hour.
Well, that's before like all those restaurants and stuff were along where that spillway and shit. There was nothing there when we were kids.
Yeah.
Sitting lawn chairs on the bank, if I remember right.
I tell you what, they said they was gonna develop that. It's taking them a long time, but they're getting it done.
I think somebody's got a little coal mine's got all those places they rent out or whatever,
Oh.
apartments or whatever.
Yeah. It's like hotel rooms. It must be doing good because they built another one just like it.
That's all fill and,
Sold before they even built it.
Oh, yeah.
isn't that even all fill where those are all built and stuff?
Oh,
Yeah, there's all kind of shit
I
in
tell you what, I
there.
wouldn't look at those cars for 20 years.
When they first built,
Were you?
and they started putting
Moved
fill,
down the south side of Dayton.
the state was really on about compacting.
Yeah, that's where you should do that, one of the places there on the west
First
end.
one was Chuck Sam.
I don't need to pay that high dollar. There's a guy,
Done some business
our
together
Saturday
and
night
so
meeting,
forth.
him and his wife there.
He said they were up to his ass all the time.
A night?
And he's gone and built these
Couldn't
others.
sleep
He don't
six,
say
but
shit to Bruins. Don't say anything to it.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody out there giving them.
I mean, you'd have three couples there, you know,
That's
How you
going,
doing when you're breathing these hot
you know, I'd
days?
only be
Oh, this is,
wouldn't be bad.
I got a backpack,
You know, Gene out
To
went
carry
down to,
bottle.
Father's Day
Okay.
today.
so my hands are free.
I was looking at the Shenandoah
And
Inn.
so I had that,
$16
used that
a night.
to,
Is that all it was?
Yeah, my chest.
Gene, last meeting Gene never went to.
but you still,
He
still
died.
have
you and Gene
Oh, yeah.
Gene, yeah, Gene.
Yeah.
I know what you're going through. I had asthma and stuff.
Hey, Tony.
As a kid, had
Hey,
asthma.
this guy.
How you doing, Tony?
Exactly what you're going through.
Good, yourself?
Good to see you.
Steve.
You don't say.
Tony here.
You're gonna fill those little bottles at your house then? Yeah, you got.
I got
Thanks, Ralph.
How you been?
good. So,
How long will one of those little bottles last?
that's about an hour and 15 minutes.
That's it? How many people showed up at
There's another one, the next size up is about 2 hours.
And up on the stage.
Yes, I hired a young guy to
And
carry
up on the stage.
Oh, no, I can still carry that one.
He didn't have
You know what?
form. Well, you was on stage? He had the most.
I just carried on.
So
Don't worry about Greg. He'll
No,
make it.
Greg will be fine.
Yeah, he'll make it back.
So how many of them little bottles you got?
90 years
I've
old.
got 2 small ones like this, 2 of the medium kind, and 3 big ones. So I got a kind of carrier there. If I'm in the house, I got a long hose on it, and I don't.
What kind of concentrator?
I say, why?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Real big.
They do.
Well, you got one of them.
Well, because VA didn't pay for it, that's
Oh.
why.
Well, then,
Out of my place,
No.
a lot of
You know,
big,
with
not
that
big,
oxygen,
little limbs.
is that a reason why it goes?
Fleas in the yard,
Hard to sleep.
run the lawnmower over it.
I mean, Las Vegas,
oh, they're not, yeah, to keep you awake.
Wait.
Yeah.
See ya.
I have a CPAP machine.
You talking about that?
They pump oxygen in that mask. Oh, that was awesome. Very easy to us.
I've got a secret, right? Come on, will
They
you,
had-
you're like a damn fart in the skip.
They had,
You don't have that much going on, you make you not
Mom
making
had.
up your mind.
air leaking.
You gotta be more decisive.
I ain't no hurry. My next stop.
He lived,
know who I'm talking
he lived
about.
over on the
Yeah,
old
yeah,
road
yeah.
that farm.
I ain't no hurry getting mine.
Where Willie and Mary, he lives over there.
Paul, you don't know what he's doing,
He
does
called
he?
my
Had
brother
told
Mike
me.
and said
This is what's in the bottle.
Eric, you can't.
Paul, I used to have to ask permission to go to damn AA meetings.
Say my son, like,
I get mad, About a week she was
That's
out.
just like,
Yeah.
just like, you know, that's the only thing my wife don't raise.
How you doing?
Going to AA.
Well,
That's got one to me. Where I'm going.
I've heard.
It's the only thing.
I haven't seen you earlier, Dale.
Yeah, poor you.
Poor me, Eric called.
Start whining.
Eric called and said that Lynn had broken down the mom's yard, so I said, well, okay, you know, my brother Mike, he called my brother Mike, and Mike called me.
12th meeting or 11th?
So I went over there.
11th.
I said, well, I looked at the Lynn.
Yes, 12 meetings a week.
No, nothing's coming. It was in the front yard.
Where's Ellen on
I
me?
said, you know,
At Briarwood?
I wouldn't get this Lynn one except
I've
for
never
one
even
thing.
been to Briarwood.
Half the damn.
never dropped dead.
Half the damn street.
Well, I was a little worried about it.
I said, I
If
called
I
my
went
brother,
in and
you know,
from
it's
work,
not,
Yeah.
I can't do
yeah,
it.
so
So,
from work.
I guess he called, or somebody called
You never been
James
to
Smith.
that,
He came over supposedly, cuts it, and I guess he did it. Anyway, I went by there today.
Tom?
Is there
You never been to
ever
that
been
meeting? They got rid of it.
Yeah,
Somewhere I've seen it.
I seen somebody out there.
I've never been there.
Yeah, had a truck, so.
I feel bad.
It's,
Well, I don't know.
it's a morning run.
I'll check with, I'll check.
I'm Garrett, an alcoholic. I'd like to welcome everyone here at the Coldwater Friday Night Group of Alcoholics Anonymous. Those who wish, we'll open the meeting with serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, the wisdom to know the difference. Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of men and women who share their experience, strength, and hope with each other, that they may solve their common problem and help others to recover from alcoholism. The only requirement for membership is a desire to stop drinking. There are no dues or fees for AA membership. We are self-supporting through our own contributions. AA is not allowed in any sect, denomination, politics, organization, or institution. It does not wish to engage in any controversy, neither endorses nor opposes any causes. Our primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics achieve sobriety. You're at the Coldwater Friday night meeting. We encourage people to get a sponsor and get a home group. If you're interested in getting a home group or a sponsor, see the home group members after the meeting if you have any questions. Will the home group member please raise their hands? All right. I've asked my friend Tom to read how it works.
Name's Tom, I'm an alcoholic.
Tom.
This is how it works. Rarely have we seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path. Those who do not recover, people who cannot or will not completely get themselves to this simple program. Usually men and women who are constitutionally incapable of being honest with themselves. There are such unfortunates and not a fault. They seem to have been born that way. They're naturally incapable of grasping, developing, and manipulating some vigorous honesty. Their chances are less than average. There are those too who suffer from grave emotional and mental disorders, but many of them do recover if they have the capacity to be honest. Our story is disclosed in Journal A, what we used to be like, what happened, and what we're like now. If you decide you want what we have and are willing to go anything to get it, then you may face your success. As some of these we bought, we thought we could find an easier, softer way, but we could not. With all the earnestness at our command, we beg of you to be fearless and thorough from the very start. Some of us try to hold on to our ideas, and there's always nil until they go absolutely. Remember that we deal with alcohol, cunning, baffling, and powerful. Without help, it is too much for us. But there is one who has all power. That one is God. May you find him now. Affirmations avail us nothing. Withstood a turning point, we ask his protection and care with complete abandon. Here are the steps we took, what are suggested as a program of recovery. 1. We admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our life had become unmanageable. 2. Came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. 3. Made a decision to turn our will and our lives into the care of God as we understood it. 4. Made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. 5. Admitted God to ourselves and to another human being the exact nature of our wrong. 6. We're entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. 7. Humbly ask him to remove our shortcomings. 8. Made a list of all persons we harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. 9. Make direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. 10, continue to take personal inventory, and when we're wrong, promptly admit it. 11, sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God, as we understood Him, praying only for the knowledge of His will for us and the power to carry that out. Step 12, having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, we tried to carry this message to alcoholics and practice these principles in all our affairs. Many of us exclaim, order in order, I can't go through this. Do not be discouraged. No one among us is able to maintain anything like what mentioned principles. We're not saints. The point is that we're going on the spiritual line. The principles that set down and guide through progress. We claim spiritual progress rather than spiritual perfection. Our description of the alcoholic, chapter to the agnostic, and our personal adventures before and after make clear three pertinent ideas. A, that we were alcoholics and could not manage our own lives. B, that probably no human power could lead to alcoholism. C, that God could and would if He was soft.
Thank you, Tom. I'll ask a friend to read the traditions. Hey, Ted.
The 12 traditions of Alcoholics Anonymous. 1, our common welfare should come first. Personal recovery depends upon AA unity. 2, for our group purpose, there is but one ultimate authority, a loving God as He may express Himself in our group conscience. Our leaders are but trusted servants, they do not govern. 3, the only requirement for AA membership is a desire to stop drinking. 4, each group should be autonomous except in matters affecting other groups or AA as a whole. 5, each group has but one primary purpose, to carry its message to the alcoholic who still suffers. 6, an AA group ought never endorse, finance, or lend the AA name to any related facility or outside enterprise, lest problems of money, property, and prestige divert us from our primary purpose. 7, every AA group ought to be fully self-supporting, declining outside contributions. 8, Alcoholics Anonymous should remain forever non-professional, but our service centers may employ special workers. 9, AA as such ought never be organized, but we may create service boards or committees directly responsible to those they serve. 10, Alcoholics Anonymous has no opinion on outside issues, hence the AA name ought never be drawn into public controversy. 11, our public relation policy is based on attraction rather than promotion. We need always maintain personal anonymity at the level of press, radio, and film. 12, anonymity is the spiritual foundation of all of our traditions, ever reminding us to place principles before personalities.
Thank you, Ted. Ask Al to read the promises.
Now I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah.
The promises. A spiritual life is not a theory. We have to live it. Unless one's family expresses a desire to live upon spiritual principles, we think we ought not to urge them. We should not talk incessantly to them about our spiritual matters. They will change in time. Our behavior will convince them that our words more than our words. We must remember that 10 or 20 years of drunkenness would make a skeptic out of anyone. There may be strong wrongs that we can never fully right. We don't worry about them if we can honestly say to ourselves that we would right them if we could. Some people cannot be seen. We send them an honest letter, and there may be a valid reason for postponement in some cases, but we don't delay it if it can be avoided. We should be sensible, practical, considerate, humble, without being servile or frustrating. As God's people, we stand on our feet. We don't crawl before anyone. We are painstaking about this phase of our development. We will be amazed before we are halfway through. We are going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. We will not regret the past nor wish to shut the door on. We will comprehend the word serenity and we will know peace. No matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experiences can benefit others. That feeling of uselessness and self-pity will disappear. We will lose interest in selfish things and gain interest in our fellows. Self-seeking will slip away. Our whole attitude and outlook upon life will change. Fear of people and the economic insecurity will leave us. We'll intuitively know how to handle situations which used to baffle us. We'll suddenly realize that God is doing for us what we could not do for ourselves. Are these extravagant promises? No. They are being fulfilled among us, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly, but always materialize if we work for them.
Thank you, Al. I'll ask Steve to read the reflections.
Steve Alcoholic.
Steve.
June 20th. Release from fear. Problem of resolving fear has two aspects. We shall have to try for all the freedom from fear that is possible for us to obtain. Then we shall need to find both the courage and grace to deal constructively with whatever fears remain, as Bill sees it, page 61. Most of my decisions were based on fear. Alcohol made life easier to face, but the time came when alcohol was no longer an alternative to fear. One of the greatest gifts in AA for me has been the courage to take action, which I can do with God's help. After 5 years of sobriety, I had to deal with a heavy dose of fear. God put the people in my life to help me do that, and through my working the 12 steps, I am becoming the whole person I wish to be, and for that I am deeply grateful. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Ask Paul to read the 24-hour book.
Hi, buddy, I'm Paul, I'm not Paul.
Hey, Paul.
June 20th, AA thought for today. You should be ready and willing to carry the AA message when called upon to do so. Live for some purpose greater than yourself. Each day you have something to work for. You have received so much from this program that you should have a vision that gives your life a direction and a purpose, that gives you meaning to each new day. Let us not slide along through life. Let us have a purpose for each day, and let us make that purpose for something greater than ourselves. What is your purpose today? Meditation for today. See God with the eyes of faith is to cause God's power to manifest itself in the material world. God cannot do his work because of unbelief. In response to your belief, God can work a miracle in your personality. All miracles happen in the realm of personality, and all are caused by and based on the belief in God's never-failing power. But God's power cannot manifest itself in personalities unless those personalities make his power available by their faith. We can only see God with our eyes of faith, but this kind of seeing produces a great change in our way of living. Pray for today. I pray that God may see. I pray that I may see God with the eyes of faith. I pray that this seeing will produce a change in my personality.
Thank you, Paul. Here in Coldwater, we have the token system. Asked my friend Jorge to give out tokens.
Hello everyone, my name is Jorge and I'm an alcoholic.
Jorge.
Here at Coldwater, we hand out a token for different levels of sobriety. We start these tokens like Ray suggested, and we work a program and it's 24 hours at a time. Is there anyone they starting out, coming back, they need a 24-hour token? 1 to 3 months, 4 to 7 months, 8 to 11 months, a year, 18 months, is any year thereafter? Does anyone have any time they want to recognize? We all have today here
All right, we have schedules up here. If you need a schedule, we got meeting in the pocket. Got all the sayings or doings in A right there. Also, there's a scan here that you can scan on this and get hooked up with Al-Anon A area meetings. Also, that's done with. Indian Lake Care Group will be celebrating their 14th anniversary, August the 16th, 121 South Orchard Island Road in Russell's Point. Speakers Tom F. Doors open at 5, dinners at 6, leads at 7, 50-50 drawing, bring a covered dish. Also, the 13th annual Pine Lake Adventure brought to you by the Fort Recovery Group. Pine Lake Water Park, 4640 West State Road, 218 Bern, Indiana, Saturday, July 12th. Park opens at 10, starts at noon. Eat at 2, swimming costs 4 to 9, $8, age 10 and above, $10. Free for anyone coming, just enjoy fellowship and good food, and bring a covered dish and a lawn chair. Also, that's over with too. July 3rd, September the 13th, District 23 is going to have their picnic at the KSC Geiger Park. There'll be flyers out after that, and that starts at 11 o'clock until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. There'll be a flyer on that. Coldwater Group here will be celebrating their 44th anniversary in October the 5th. We have a release for Al-Anon and AA, and that probably start around 1:15 on Sunday, October the 5th. Also, our friend Richard, he's in a nursing home, and he's in room 34, Breezeway hallway, and he enjoyed to have visitors. Also, our friend Dwayne got operated on yesterday with a shoulder operation. Everything turned out real good, and he's doing real good, so keep him in your prayers. Any other announcements?